when it comes to Pokemon videos, I have noticed that there's kind of like a theme to it. It has like a generic background, usually one color with like a watermark, and then overlaid over it is the game, and then like little text pops up. And I noticed that in your very first video, that theme was already. Who started that? Do you have any idea, or is that just what Pokemon YouTubers do?
I'm trying to think of the first person I saw do it that I definitely stole from. I think I want to say Supreme Arcanines. He's a shiny hunter, but he's like old school shiny hunting, and so like only the old games, only the highest odds.
Okay.
But yeah, I think he was the first person I think that I saw do it. Yeah. But the OG shiny hunting community is very closely knit, and so a lot of people just kind of emulate what each other are doing, and so it could have been really any of them.
Who's the guy that's in the the Poke Cipher, the Pokemon Cipher?
Shofu?
No, not because he runs it, right? Shofu. Who's the guy?
Oh, Jaywitz.
Yes, I watched him for a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
And he has the same theme.
Yes.
And surprisingly, can rap very well as well. Doesn't look. And I mean, I will be prejudiced myself. Nerdy white guy doesn't look like he can rap, but he can.
For sure.
But yeah, that was like wow. It seems like we're watching. What was the guy we just pulled up? What was his name? Shady. Watching Shady. You go back 7 years. A bunch of. I was watching Jaywitz. His video probably 10 years ago at this point. And how has no one run out of ideas?
That's a really good question.
Yeah. How is it possible that you can take a game that is, you catch the Pokemon, and you catch all of them, and that's really the max you can do in the game? Like, you can beat the game and you can catch all the Pokemon, but other than that, like, how do you take it 20 years worth of content?
I think a lot of the content is very the viewer is living vicariously through who they're watching, or it's kind of like a fly on the wall type of situation. Yeah. And so I think you can share different experiences, because if somebody did the same video of me just like catching every Pokemon in Pokemon Emerald, they will have a completely different scenario than I will. Like, they'll have a general path of like what they need to do and what goals they need to achieve. But at the end of the day, the things that I had happen are so unlikely to happen to them. Yeah. So they can have their own. And you can also just go on little side tangents. You'd be like, okay, well, I'm getting bored. Let's shiny hunt. Which is arguably more boring, but you get the idea.
I'm bored. Let's sit here and walk in grass for 15 hours.
So yeah, I don't know. I guess it's really just about perspective. Like, if you like one person that you watch, because I'm sure you've had that situation with watching COD videos where you see one person, I don't know, grind for dark matter or something like that. That's in my eyes the shiny hunting of Call of Duty in a way.
That is true. Yeah, it is kind of like the shiny. You're hunting for a little shiny thing on your gun.
And some people are good with snipers, some people are good with SMGs, and you get to see that dynamic. It's a totally different experience depending on the person.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. What are your thoughts, and what is your relationship like with like the speedrunning community? Have you ever?
So I have tried it. Okay. Not good at all. I'm actually curious because I did a week of speedrunning Pokemon Red, and I think I could be wildly wrong, but I think I didn't actually submit the time, so I have no idea what it would actually be. But I think at the time I was in like the top 300. I think
that's not bad.
Yeah,
for a week.
Just a little bit of practice.
That means you just do it. All you have to do is like 800 more weeks, and you get top 10.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's the hustle. That's the grind.
Did you use the Squirtle method or the Nidoking method?
I think it was the Nidoking.
The Nidoking method. Yeah, I watched. I act like I know what I'm talking about, but in reality, I watched the Summoning Salt video for that like 4 days ago.
Yeah, so it's a good one. It's a classic.
Know about it. Yeah, I also watched Gunner Maniac I forgot about that. I watched Gunner Maniac for a while as well. So yeah, it's funny because when you come back into Harry Potter, like I was telling you, like I go through like waves. When I come back into Harry Potter, you can't really do much. You can read the books or you can watch the movies.
Sure. Yeah.
And come back into Star Wars, there's a little bit more. Obviously, there's a bunch more books and there's a bunch more video games. And a bunch more movies. But when you come back into Pokemon, I mean, you can do anything. You miss
so much.
You can do anything. Yeah, you missed everything. You can do everything. What do you think is the most like underrated form of Pokemon media? Whether it's a game or a movie or a video or...
I think currently, because it's mostly because I have a severe addiction to is TCG Pocket.
Oh yeah, I saw you were ripping packs and stuff.
Yeah, way too many. But yeah, they just introduced the competitive scene to it, and this is the first game, like Pokemon game, that I've played where I'm like, okay, I'm not good at it, but I know that if I actually try, I could, be somewhat decent at it. Because they just added a rank ladder, and I'm
there's ranked in it. So you are a competitive person.
I'm competitive because it's the only thing I can be competitive in. But I know that it's the only time I've been like, ooh, it would be really cool to go to a regional tournament and just try.
Just try it, yeah.
Just to say that I went and competed at a tournament. You know, so when I'm 60, I can tell the young people
they say
about my tales.
They say, Granddad, how good were you? You can't say, here's all my shinies Pokemon.
That's right.
Here's my DS or my Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I think Leonhardt did the same thing. I think he like randomly competed.
Yeah,
he started
I think it was this year, right?
Yeah, I think so. Which I think is really, I couldn't even, you could hand me a deck of cards and I could tell you what every Pokemon was, but I could not tell you how to play the game. I think that's a big issue that I'm sure the Pokemon company knew was happening, so they released it on the phone.
Yeah, and Pocket is very, very easy to pick up.
Really? Mm-hmm. I might have to try. I've been trying not to get too distracted, but I've heard
do not download that game.
That's what I keep hearing. I keep hearing it's so good. And
do you have a gacha addiction? Like you play any games where you're opening cases or?
Not really. Okay. Luckily, not yet. I downloaded this game called Balatro.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
I actually don't. I've never played it, but I know of it.
Don't download that shit. Okay. Do not download it. It is. Matt, have you ever played Balatro? Damn. Okay. It's crazy. It's like poke. I love poker. It's like poker mixed with, I don't know. It's like a roguelike game. It's insane. I have to stop.
You gambling man?
I have the mind for it, but not the money for it.
And that's why you go gamble.
Exactly. And that's why I stick to my phone with fake money. Because I used to do it with real money, and then I definitely had to stop. What about you? No.
So my win-loss is walked in with $50, left with $60.
You're up 10.
Yeah.
So you never have to go back
Never
again.
have to go again.
Or you buy one Pokemon pack. Or you put 60 on black, and then you get 120. Now you're up. I mean, you're just moving.
I say we go to the casino right now.
I say let's go. It's an hour and a half away. That's really funny.